All right, folks, part two of the syllabus. Now we're going to take a look, connect homework assignments. So you're going to have quite a bit of homework in this class. And so bottom line is I look at them as far as it's kind of like sports team practice. So if you know somebody, you want some assistance with it, you need some help with it, you can contact me. Anyway, I'll show you quite a few things, but the bottom line is the only way to learn this stuff is to do it. Okay? So connect homework. If you have a friend in the class by chance, or you want to do a Zoom meeting with me for some assistance, or perhaps with Adam. Anyway, the bottom line is that you need to do this practice. Okay. There's also going to be some discussion boards. Okay. Now you have to make sure on those discussion boards that you answer the question. It doesn't have to be super long, but it has to be good. And none of this, I agree with so and so's post. Okay. Now again, Adam's going to be the one grading those, so you have to, basically it has to be well prepared, it has to be thoughtful, and you'll see you'll have one of those for each chapter as well. Okay. Now the pretest. Now to let you know, the whole idea is the pretest. You could take them as many times as you want. So by all means, I'm going to show you the grading scale. You want to get 100 on these, okay? And the whole thing is that when you're doing these pre-tests, that by doing them, you're getting an idea what the tests are going to look like, and you get multiple chances. Okay. So by the way, it says there's be 3 exams and homework assigned for each chapter. There's not going to be 3 exams. There's actually 2 exams. But notice the exams are 40% of your grade. Okay. Homework is 40% of your grade. Those discussion boards are 10%. Pre-tests are 10%. Okay, so let me just show you real quick. Let's say you do all your homework, you get 100%. Participation discussion, you do your discussion boards, you do them good enough, you get the 10%. Your pre-test, you do those. Those are just to give you some practice before the actual test. This is 60% of your grade. 60% of your grade. So here, watch this. Let me see if I can find a calculator here. Okay. So far, and your tests are 40% of your grade. Well, let's say I took the tests and I got, my average was a 50. Let me clear this. So I got 40% of my grade times, I only got a 50 on the test. That equals 20%. So 20% plus this 60% is 80%, and that's a B. So the reason why I'm telling you, make sure you do all this homework, make sure you do those questions, make sure you do those discussion boards. Don't lose points there, because you could literally get a 50 on the test, right? And you'd wind up with a B in the class, okay? And you really want a B. Now, a C will get you through it, but 3 C's get you suspended from the program. So you don't really want to go down that road. Also, to let you know, let's say you averaged a 75 on the test, right? So you're like, well, I did all the homework, I did really well on all that, and I got a C on the tests. So watch this, times 0.75, 30. 30 plus this 60 is 90, that's an A, 10-point scale, no pluses, no minuses. So that's why I'm telling you, it's definitely doable, you can do this, okay? By the way, makeup exams, things like that, you need to get in touch with me ahead of time, okay? You gotta have some kind of reason. Now, I'm not an unreasonable person, but you got to help me out here, okay? You can't just not take the test, not contact me, and then at the end of the thing say, well, I had a problem. Well, if you got a problem, you need to let me know what the problem is, or contact somebody, okay? All right? Now, next thing I want to show you, this is a bit about the schedule, okay? So we start on Monday, October 20th. And by the way, I'm going to put this stuff out there a week early. Why am I putting it out there a week early? If I were you, I'd get started. Okay, so module 1. Notice this is in the financial textbook chapters, 3 chapters. Your first week, 3 chapters. This one homework assignment right here, this is for 3 chapters. You need to do the pre-test for 3 chapters. Okay, and then you have your initial discussion post is due on Thursday the 23rd, and your follow-up discussion post 2 are due on Sunday. Okay. And basically, to let you know, it follows that pattern all the way through the class, okay? So I could tell you now, if you pop in here on Sunday and decide you're going to do all this homework and those discussion posts or whatever. Okay, maybe it'll work for you. But I'm just warning you, based on my experience, there's a lot there to do, okay? And a lot there to understand. So I would recommend not doing that, okay? Not doing it, okay? And then you could see here, here's the financial midterm. It's due by a Tuesday, okay? And it follows, and then we switch over right here. So we got basically, we have 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks of financial, right? And then the last 4 weeks are managerial. By the way, the second class that you're going to take in accounting is ACC 5500. That's a managerial course, okay? That's typically the course given in an MBA program, okay? So I'm going to show you a little bit about Connect and how all that works, but just keep in mind, look, 3 chapters, 3 chapters, 3 chapters, okay? You see? A lot of work. There you go, 3 chapters, 3 chapters, 3 chapters. Oh, look, lucky break. Only 2 chapters here. Anyway, there you go, folks. That's the syllabus. Hopefully you'll find this helpful. And feel free to get in touch with me with any questions. All right, we'll be back with some more information regarding Canvas and with Connect in just a minute.